Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Power episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today, Stacey, Chris, and I are going to get into Ghost Season 1, the mid-season. With 5 episodes into this thing, we wanted to do some plot holes and rewrites as we see this story unfolding, and basically some of the things we hope they get into future episodes and seasons. And so what was my major plot holes? I want to start with the Tahata family. There's a few problems with this family that I think they could do better with. The murder of Uncle Frank in episode 2 should have been a thing. Like it really should have been a thing. I would have. One, Officer Ramirez, who brings over the snitch paperwork after they kill Uncle Frank, mind you. I believe this was an opportunity for them to use Officer Ramirez besides a booty call and someone who gets, criticized every time he comes over to help the older woman that he loves. This could have been an opportunity to get into him at the police station, him being a police officer. Who are the law enforcement people that sent Uncle Frank to be a snitch for? Where are they? Where is their snitch? Why haven't they looked into this? I mean, if they got the man out of federal prison, you would think they'd be wondering where he is and why he's not answering phone calls and shit. Like, you would think that then Monet would be asking the questions: how much do they know about us? How are they investigating us? This would be a good opportunity to answer the question: how did Lorenzo get put in jail in the first place? Who caught him? How long is he in jail? Are they continuing the investigation? How did Monet not go to jail? Clearly, she's part of the operation. How did she not get indicted the first time this dude went to jail? We could get into all these different things. And this,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So what are your thoughts, Chris?
No. I mean, no. You're right. I mean, I don't know. It seems like at this point, Uncle Frank was just a plot mechanism to show how badass this family really was, in the sense of like how they don't, like they'll take care of their own if they have to, you know. But no, you're absolutely right. Like nothing like came about that, and no one went looking for him or whatnot. Like all that, that's the thing. Like you fresh out of jail, you please believe like the cops are going. Not necessarily follow you necessarily, but like always want to know where your whereabouts are. You know what I mean? All this stuff. And yeah, like I want to know what he even snitched about to begin with. That's what I want to know. I'm kind of curious.
Stacey, what are your thoughts?
I agree. They pretty much did a poor job overall presenting the Tahatas.
Mhm.
Like we saw Lorenzo in one scene being like this king in the prison system, but we know nothing about him. We don't see like a crew of people working for him. We just see Mary and her 3 kids. Her 3 kids are kind of incompetent in a way. Like they don't really do anything except for Kane kills people. The other two are pretty much useless. Like, what are they there for? And it's like in book 1, we saw a lot of times they would present these characters as like these big bad villains, only to really just kind of take them out, like really weak,
Just to fizzle out.
like
Yep.
Benny and uh,
Jason, Benny and Jason got murdered in the same episode. Like they didn't even get separate episodes. They didn't have time for that. They just killed these people and kept it moving.
right, and even Milan, like he had a little streak, but then they just shot him and left him in the warehouse, and it was like
Moving on. I was like, he should have been the big bad. It should have went from like Lobos to Jason to Milan. Like Milan was like, if you think I got you, bro, I know where you work, I know who your kids are, I know where they go to school. Like that should have been it. And then that should have been Ghost and Tommy work. They have to work together to get rid of this dude, right? That's how that should have went. But to book 1, as you saw the case building against Lobos, like that was a whole story by itself. It was a federal case, right? They didn't have any really local law enforcement involved, but Angie was chasing it down, and with that, you kind of understood how bad Lobos was. Like the Tahata, like I said, we know nothing. How big is their organization? How important they are to Queens, to maybe the international market? They missed. How did obviously Frank was Lorenzo's cousin, uncle. From his side of the family. I mean, I'm assuming. I mean, since he was Latin. But you know, like, why didn't he ask where his cousin was? How's Uncle Frank? Excuse me, his uncle? How's Uncle Frank? Did you know Uncle Frank was a snitch? He's getting out. I think he snitched on us. I think he's the reason I got locked up in the first damn place. Like, we need to take care of him. Instead of Monet and Lorenzo arguing about Diana going to school, like two parents trying to figure out what to do with their kids' college money, they should be talking about Uncle Frank, you know. And like you said, Chris, every criminal that gets out, as I'm understanding, because I've never been to jail, they're on some type of probation. They have a probation officer. You, for X amount of weeks or months or years, you can't be involved in criminal stuff. You got to check in from time to time. And he just wipes off the face of the earth. Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, and again, Officer Ramirez, you see him for 10 minutes, if that, an episode. If he's not crying for Monet, he just got done having sex with her, or he's chasing down the kids, which makes no darn sense. Like, do the cops know? Do the other cops feel that Ramirez is a little bit too close to the Tahatas? How much do the other cops know about his relationship with her? He shows up in his uniforms, we talked about several times, at her house in the middle of the day with flowers and music and alcohol.
Right.
Someone has to see this stuff. Like, somebody needs to be like, this is a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. The whole thing with Ramirez. I mean, unless you just want to chalk. Like, and it's funny, we talked about this like during book one. Just the fact that the cops are just suck. They're horrible. They're incompliant. Like they can't do their job. They're incompetent. All this other crap. You know what I mean? We talked about this like several times over. So that's the only way that you could possibly make it make sense. But no, that's unacceptable. Flag on the play. You know, red card. You know, offsides, foul. Or, you know, take your pick. You know, it's ball 4. You know, it's like all of that. Now, you know, but one thing I just kind of I know it's really small, but it irks me. It irks me the fact that Tasha has this phone with no charger, and like, who's paying the service? I need to know who's paying the service. I don't know. Like, she using just the local Wi-Fi? Like, oh, you can get Wi-Fi passwords in prison, huh? It just says, you know, county women's correctionals free. Like, it'll just say, you know, that free. Maybe she can connect to that. Maybe she only gets 2 bars. Maybe that's why she's always like talking to Tariq like this, because if she moves just the wrong way, too much of that metal get. Yeah. See, and that's the thing too. Like, can you even get good reception in prison? You got metal around you. Like, I know when I'm just underneath a bridge just for a hot second, that's underneath, like, it just drops. You in all, huh?
You gotta use Verizon.
Yeah, I have Verizon, but you're right. I mean, it's not. I think it's just like. I think it's, yeah.
You get no bars from AT&T in prison. You get no bars from that.
T-Mobile, less than none.
Yeah. That's
good. I just need to know. I need to know how she's charging her phone. Just period. You know what I mean? So.
Okay. I don't know. We got to track down the phone service. Chris we need the details on the phone service.
Yo, you know what? Next time homegirl does her little live video chats or whatnot, I'm gonna actually message her and she gonna be like, who is this? You know what I mean? Whose man's is this? Whose man's is this? Like, or something, you know.
Just get her name right, because I don't know. You get some sense when you spell her name. So Monet in particular. So I want to get this right. So Proper King 901 brought up a very good point, which we discussed. Mary J. Blige exists in the Power universe. In book 1, when Angie, you know, creeped up into truth, Ghost wanted to relive the past and appropriately played Mary J. Blige, because that's the music that they had when they were growing up. And he even had the record. He was like, he said, close your eyes. He had the record. He blew on it, put it on the thing, started playing. They started dancing. She says, I'm looking for my knee pads. I was going to take that to another direction, but I said, let's just keep it moving. Right. But I was like, you know what? Like, Mary J. Blige exists. So now that Monet, you got it? Anyway, now that Monet Tahata is now brought to us, at some point, not all the time, at some point, I would like one of the kids to hear, you know, your mom looks like hey, shut up, man. Like, just I don't want
Yes.
to. Just once to acknowledge that
Yeah.
this is a thing. Okay, if they would have played Wu-Tang Clan in book 1, then David should hear it too. Like, like they should have thought about that before they casted her. Someone's going to put this together. I'm not saying all the time. I'm just saying once.
I agree.
They
Because
did play 50 a few times too, though.
No.
they
No.
had some 50 Cent songs, I believe.
They had Effin, but that's different. Is that what's name is his vodka? Is it Effin?
Something like Effing vodka or something like that.
So to your point, like many times he ensured that his alcohol was very well placed in the show. I give you that, okay. But his music, as an artist, as 50 Cent, the music, especially when they bring a camera on, as they did, like you would think, they would just acknowledge it, that she looks like somebody famous.
I think so, because remember in season 1 they would always call Tommy Eminem.
Yes.
So I think they should like reference, like,
he's talking about your best friend, man.
That's right, Tracy. That's right. It's like they should at least be like, look, you married J. Blige looking so and so. Like just get it out there, since everybody said it. Like it's in the show. That would be good.
If they drop a Bobby Brown reference, then we can include Kane.
That's
right. Man, you look like the homie from VH1. Huh? Like
so
Bobby Brown looking ass.
So to that, I would like to talk about the inappropriate music choices in book 1. I thought it was strange that millennials are playing like Naughty by Nature in their house party at Monet's house when she's not even outside. If it was her birthday and they were playing her generation's music, then I'm like, okay, I get it. But I'm like, what do these kids know about Naughty by Nature? There's plenty of 2000s era music that they would realistically know that they could get the rights to, that they should have played. I thought it was kind of weird they would pick that music choice for the party.
Yeah, I hear you, but I'm just thinking about even like when I was at parties in college, like we played. It was like a mix. It wasn't, what I mean, like we played like we played like the recent stuff at the time, which was Young Jeezy. That was recent at that time. But then we would kind of do like a throwback L or whatever. You know what I mean? So
I don't know. I would like if they. I mean, I guess maybe for me, they would have been like, hey, for in honor of the mother of the house, the queen of the house, we're playing something like, right? Then I would be like, okay,
no, I got you. Yeah, at least if they threw some of that in there, But the thing is, though, maybe I don't know. I would, maybe if someone can comment or something that can kind of say otherwise, but I'm wondering if like maybe the cost is different of something that's brand new compared to something that was made like 10 years ago, like, you know what I mean, or earlier,
But even depending on how new it is, the artist may be like, sure, because that gets them some props. You know what I'm saying? Like, but even 10 years ago wouldn't make sense. Like Cameron. So I was thinking about Cameron. Cameron, you said was big in 2003. You said?
Well, no, he was big late 90s, and then up until I guess he kind of like withered somewhat away. It was like 2007. I was
like, how old was Braden that he wouldn't even know who Cameron was to be like, that was my music. Like, he would have been like 7.
Oh, the peak, yeah.
Like it's.
I hear, yeah. Cameron's a little different though, because like when you talk about style or whatnot, like a lot of people can even, like, for example, like I mean I didn't grow up on Cameo, but I can tell you like that Cameo, like if someone dresses in a weird way with the leather thing, I'm like, Cameo, I'm like all right, like what's up, like, you know what I mean?
All right.
So Cameron, if it was any other artist, they said like LL, sure, but Cameron, really, no joke, is like similar to Kanye West in the sense of when it comes to clothes and styles, that it changed like a generation and slightly a generation after that. Okay. Where like grown men can wear pink and it's not laughable. Like, it was funny. Like, I mean, they were doing the Harlem for a while. But when Cameron did it, it like, it's big. Like I told you before, I got several pink clothes in my, in my closet.
Right, man.
You know what I mean? Which, yeah, so, but yeah, I definitely hear you. And let's be real, with a lot of shows too, a lot of times they'll put like the writer will put like stuff that they that they like, even if
yeah, that they grew up with.
Yeah, but no, they do need to. But there are a lot of times you do need to be shouldn't you play like artists that that young kids like
a card.
And the only reason why, and it's funny you said it, because I was gonna go on them with like having these parties that is mostly white, right?
Yeah.
And they're only playing hip hop. But that being said, though, I had to pull myself back on that, because again, I went to a school that was predominantly white, and there were times where you go in there and it's like they're playing nothing but like Nuck If You Buck Boy, and I'm like, what do y'all know about that? But they're like into it. You know what I mean? Like that white audience. So I don't know. But in that times, I'm thinking myself, but it's a little biased. But I'm thinking like, shouldn't y'all? Where's Red Hot Chili Peppers? Like Linkin Park. Like I like that stuff too. But I'm like, nah. But I mean, I guess
I'm saying if Lovecraft Country, which is set in the 50s, can play Cardi B, I think
Rihanna.
Bitch better have my money. And Rihanna, I think Book 2 can step up their music. You know what I'm saying? To get something a little bit more current and relevant to the
STARZ ain't got HBO money.
Huh?
STARZ ain't got HBO money.
Y'all talking about the money, man. I mean, 50 Cent can work the deal. I'm just saying,
No, you're right.
Right? Yeah, they're going for the millennials. They need to get some millennial music, and then I can learn something from the music at least.
Oh, you know what? All right, going with that though. Like, didn't they there were a couple times they played some Kendrick in the show?
All right.
Why they say, hey, that homeless dude that's on crack, like, man, that boy look like that boy from Compton, Nothing.
Okay. All right, man. So that's I see your point, and he wouldn't have made Kendrick, but I see your point.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
that would be fun. I think that would be awesome if like Mary J. hears like Mary J on the radio, she tries to sing and she can't. She's like, dang, I can't sing like that girl. She's too good. That would be pretty sick. But that would be corny though. Let's be real.
Like I said, you can't take it too. Stacey, what you thought? What do you think?
I was about to say there was a Destiny's Child reference towards Tasha. Remember, she said she got kicked out, or she didn't make it into Destiny's Child.
Yeah. It's not. Are you doing this to Raina because you didn't get into Destiny's Child when you were younger?
Yeah, they should have some musical references this season.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Wow, they did do like the whole getting kicked out of the group thing.
Yes.
Didn't they?
Yes.
Oh man, that went over my head. Wow. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Well, she was in 3LW, right?
Yeah, 3LW.
Now, see, they didn't make that reference. That would have been too personal. Like, they didn't make that reference. I think she would slap somebody for that. Like,
not only that, they were supposed to it was supposed to water underneath the bridge. They apparently made up after all that stuff. Huh?
They're still beefing.
But light skin. Well, I think the light skin one and Tasha, they are cool now. The other one that's in between,
the Snaggletooth one.
The Snaggletooth one that's neither light skin or dark skin. The one that's in between. The one that's my complexion. There you go. The one that is my complexion. She's the one that's so beefing. You know what I mean? But the really light skin one and the dark skin one, they cool.
They're cool.
But the one that's just right can't get just right.
Just right?
Oh man. Okay, Chris. We're not doing colorism.
Go see some thumbs down.
I know, right? Let's not do that.
Please send your comments.
But that's probably why she didn't do the 3LW reference, maybe. All right.
So the Tahata's family, one of the big issues we discussed is how, and Courtney tried to address this, I know, but I still think it's not true, that she was like, why is it that the Tahatas have no idea who Ghost was, who Tommy was, So let's go again, Officer Ramirez. Officer Ramirez was able to pull the confidential file on Uncle Frank's snitch paperwork. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then we never see him pull the file on what the police know about Tariq and said St. Patrick family. So he should have been able to pull the record, the fact that Tariq was involved in the cop shooting of a criminal named Kanan Stark. Looking at the photo, which he should have gave her, Ramirez should have gave Monet to be like, hey, he's from Queens. They are in Queens. Any cop would be like, do you know this guy? Have you heard of this guy? She should have saw the picture of Kanan. She could have reached out to her counterparts in Queens, figured that out. All right. So then you got that Tasha St. Patrick, her daycare in Queens was the subject of a federal raid about drug dealing not too long ago, like maybe about 2-3 weeks ago. That should have also been in the file. All right. And so she should have known that. you move to with Kanan comes Tommy, because when Angie pulled Tommy's file, she had pictures. She didn't talk about it, but if you look at her desk, she had pictures of Kanan, and she had pictures of the Serb. So if Monet would have said, "Tell me who this this Kanan Stark ran with," officially he ran with Tommy Egan. She could have got a picture of Tommy Egan. Again, she could have reached out to the neighborhood. What do you know about Tommy Egan? What do you know about Kanan? They gave the territory to the RSKs. Now she's connected to the RSKs, and she should have got that information. All right. So they easily could have worked this into where she's building a knowledge base of who. And then once you throw in the fact that Tommy and Kanan and the RSKs were connected to a man named Ghost, which no one knows what Ghost looks like. The fact that James St. Patrick from Queens, who was on TV, is referred to as a drug dealer, kind of as Ghost. She could take his photo, or Officer Ramirez could take his photo, go to Queens and be like, "Hey, has anybody seen this dude?" And somebody, now they're all mostly dead. Now, I would say the only person who's still left alive, and I have no idea who their names are the two people that Ruiz took to that drug meeting in season 3. Because he's dead, Pancho's dead, Kanan's dead. Like, I mean, I can't think of one person who's still alive that know what Ghost looks like. I mean,
I don't remember exactly, but remember that when Pink Sneakers slashed the girl's face,
yes,
they hired her and they put her in the laundromats to count
yes,
money. And Tommy kept saying, "I know she's going to snitch one day."
yes.
Now, I don't remember ever seeing her interact with Ghost. I know she was primarily with Julio and maybe Tommy. But that could be a thing. Like, where the heck is she?
So I see your point. So she never met the CEOs, and as they refer to themselves in book 1. But Julio, the fact that Ghost got Julio out of the not the Soldado Nation. Who are they called? The Taínos. No, that was another group.
No, it begins with a T.
You know what I'm talking about? So anyway, the gang that he was a part of, the 618s, because Ghost and Tommy killed their leader, thinking that they helped kill
Toros Locos.
Yes. The Toros Locos, who are based in Queens. So like they could reach out, they could have figured out that who Ghost was. They easily should know this information by now. You know what I'm saying? Like Ramirez, again, Officer Ramirez, he can help like flesh out these details, show that he's useful. And imagine how the story changes, that Monet knows all of this about Tariq and he doesn't know any of this that she knows, right? And how that shapes her decision making with him. Because just telling her daughter and a random ass everyone around him ends up dead or in jail. Well, who's dead? Who's in jail? Like, what does this have to do with me or us as a family? That I think that would and then we can connect it to book 1 at some point. Like some of those groups should know who these Tahata people are, if they're even worth knowing about. I think it'd be a thing. And then let's talk about this. Tariq needs to go get a gun. So I was upset that Tasha sent him to the Underground Railroad as Tommy and Ghost set up. So you see this in season 2, episode 1, when Ghost is running around trying to find Tommy. He goes to the Underground Railroad. Every stop that he goes to, these little lock boxes has a weapon and has cash. Mm-hmm. Yet when Tariq finds one in the random ass wash and fold, there's no money. It's just a gun there. Oh, by the way, they shouldn't have been there because Tommy told Holly in season 3 that he was going to move all that stuff around anyway. Stacey and I were saying Tasha should have sent him to the storage locker, to the kill room.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, like I already kind of aired out as far as like a lot of stuff that didn't even make sense with the whole laundromat scene. Like stuff was unlocked and how easy he was able to just pop it open. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, no comment.
It was just Stacey, what do you think?
Yeah, I thought it would be more of a wow moment for him to go in there and see like, oh wow, we got all these weapons, we got suits and like all kinds of little stuff that he probably wouldn't use because he's not about that life. But um, I think visually it would be more appealing than just a random laundromat with a revolver in it. Like,
And how's it did he not get caught? Like the washing machine he was next to was running, which means someone put money in there, which somebody's watching their own clothes being washed. You would imagine there's people in there, like looking at this kid who just walked into a laundromat, sat down next to a machine.
So where's the laundry bag, sir? Where's the laundry bag?
I'm just at least brought some laundry.
I mean, something. Like that would have been a good idea. I'm just washing my school clothes. I'm a college kid, and then if they would have did that, I would have been slightly better with it. I would have took it better. But he's just sitting up there, wait, and then just punches the thing. The thing unlocks. He pulls out the gun and he walks out because all the combinations are still his birthday. That's what we're doing. Like Tommy didn't even change that.
Tommy. Yeah, I was about to say as a parent, I guess that makes sense. But no.
You're supposed to believe that Tommy forgot that particular one, and Tasha just happened to remember the one that he just happened to have forgotten.
She knew every single one of them, and he spent the whole day just going from a box to box trying to find one. He's like, "Yes, I found one with just a gun. I don't need the money." I'm like, if he,
I mean, and then it's also, I mean, I know he would have to pay for it, but like, how hard is it just to get a gun? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
I hate to just say it just like that, but seriously, like, dude, you're in New York, right? Like, I mean, even where I'm at, I mean, I won't reveal where I'm at, but like, it's not that hard, you know what I mean? If you're in Iowa, maybe, you know what I mean? But you're not, you know, like, you in freaking New York City, like, is it
Epiphany alone should be able to find him someone in Queens that can help him get a gun. Effie, the source of his free drugs, should be able to find him someone that can get him, a gun.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Effie.
Uh-huh.
Oh, let's talk about Effie. So we were saying, Stacey and I were talking that I think the biggest plot hole, season 1, episode 1, is this whole Effie gave drugs to him for free, and no one is asking any questions about that.
Like, maybe they will. See, that's the thing. See, didn't you even say that homegirl was saying that Effie's coming back sometime this season?
Yeah.
So maybe that they will. So I don't know. Maybe this is not a plot hole. Maybe they're getting to it.
Okay, so we would say that the way to bring her back is that her supplier. But I think this would have been by now, by episode 5.
Yeah,
he thinks his operation is running. The app is running. He's making enough money. Davis and them are getting their cut. You know what I'm saying? Monet is getting their cut. Everything's hunky dory until he gets a knock on the door because fucking Effie and her supplier are there and like, where the fuck is my drugs and my money? And he's like, I don't know, sir. And this begins the whole, if you ain't got my money by Friday,
you ain't got my money, I'm taking away your honey. He's like, please, Tariq, please give him the money, please.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're talking about.
I'm thinking like that. I'm thinking like, I was thinking when you said she was at his door, she's like bruised up in the face because she's getting knocked out. Like, where's my money? It's like, I give this kid Tariq, like, get it for me. Like that type of deal. Something. You know what I mean?
I don't think he cares right now. Like,
I don't think he cares about Effie enough.
Yeah.
They would have to threaten like Yaz or his mom or somebody.
That's what I'm saying. It's taken 4 episodes, but this man has figured out where Estelle is, where Yaz is, and he has a photo. And he's like, you give me my money or these 2 people are not waking up tomorrow morning. And now Tariq is like, he's highly motivated. Okay, they'll be like, I got to get these drugs moving. Like that would be interesting. And then that brings Effie back. And he's thinking that Effie set me up with this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is she also a victim? You know what I'm saying? Can he trust her to help him get out of this situation? Like, that's real stakes. You know what I'm saying? That I think that I would be interested in watching. And I'm like, and now he has to, and now he goes, well, don't worry, we got a big shipment. We're gonna make some sales. We're good. Let's go back to the room, Braden. And then they open the magic door, and all the drugs are gone.
That would be crazy.
And he's like, oh, what happened? And now, oh boy, this man is like, son, you got 24 hours. to give me my money, or I'm gonna come back and things are gonna get bad for you. And he's like, we need to find these drugs. Like that is to me, that's tension that we can work with, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think that illustrated put that way.
I agree.
Yeah, Effie. I don't know. I mean, if you really want us to care about Effie, like you need to just put her more than just in this one random episode, which was like just it's like a fleeting type of scene to begin with. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, Courtney Kemp. Yeah, I don't. If she brings her back, it's just gonna look. I don't know. It's just gonna look weak. It's like, how would you even put her back in the show in the sense of like for us to really actually really believe that Tariq actually still likes her when you give us two like girls already. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just
Well, again, she can't be just a love interest. You know, Angie wasn't just a love interest. At some point, Angie was an ally. She was a villain to Ghost. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she was.
Well, we saw in the very first episode too. We saw Angie throughout the entire show. You have not done that with Effie. So like, it's you can't give her all these roles. Can't give Effie all these roles like Angela had when Angela was in the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like. You know, like, yo, you want to talk about plot holes? Yo, what is your SATs? What's your SAT score? I need to know what her SAT score is. She got into a hard, like, yo, come on, like.
What was Tariq's?
Oh yeah,
Tariq took his GED and ran to an Ivy League school the next day. Like that's
at first I thought, you know what I first thought when he got to the school, I thought it was the whole like, oh, your parents are rich type thing, because that's the thing, because you really don't, as you know, like those parents, those Hollywood parents did get caught, but like you see all the time, kids are, you know, stupider than all of us here, but they can get into like Yale, for example. You know what I mean? But their parents are great donors. You know what I mean?
That's
but
crazy.
I guess the connection he had with, I guess not his Ghost's partner. What's his name? Stern. So I guess Stern is the way he got into the school.
Yeah, of course.
Like, he's a big time donor. So, you know, so yeah, him was a little different. Effie, I don't know if Effie had that connect like that, but I don't know.
She was supposed to be the smart one, man. Nowhere said she was getting by her looks. She is pretty. I'm saying, but like clearly she had brains. You know what I'm saying? Like she was there, like she was on. I'm sure she was on a scholarship to Choate, and I'm sure she got into Harvard, you know, on her own. I mean, on her own will. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what makes her, I think, would make her a good partner / adversary for Tariq when she comes back. You know, and again, how are they gonna bring her in? How do they make it realistic? It ain't gonna be like sunshine and rainbows, you know, the first time. I mean, they're gonna have to work this crap out, and I'm sure she's gonna turn on him a few times, but eventually they're gonna have to work this crap out.
One time's enough.
I mean, I was like, you know, sometimes, you know, you gotta work that stuff through, man. Sometimes you gotta be like,
yeah. See,
she understands quote the game. You know, she understands that he does have a legit side as much as he wants to be legit. I think she will accept him better than Diana and Lauren.
And then you're going to Harvard. Why are you messing around with drugs like that anyway? I mean, I take it back. You have Ivy Leaguers out there still like trying to deal, I guess, not on a bigger scale, but you know, just a lot of it just didn't make sense. I'm like, okay, you're at an Ivy League school. I don't know. Is tuition that high? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the tuition. You can't trying to pay that ridiculous amount of tuition. You know what I mean?
Maybe the scholarships dry up to a point, and now she has to go the Stansfield, and like she's not going to be they have to bring her to Stansfield. They have to bring her to Stansfield.
And then Braden be like, you know what? My dad made some connections and allowed you into school.
She calls Braden like they're still tight. You know what I'm saying? Like they're still friends. Because I was surprised that even Tariq was like, you still talk to Effie. Like, why would he still be talking to Effie? Like she talked about him like he was a joke. You know what I'm saying? And she's the one that got Tariq kicked out of school. Why would Braden even be messing with her? He would have to think she probably snitched on him too. You know what I'm saying? So like it'd be interesting that they even talked enough that he knew where she was, and the fact that she was going to Harvard.
Well, social media, man, like IG, like there are people who I don't necessarily still connect with, but you would know all about like some certain things because they will post stuff. So I kind of chalk that off of like social media, not necessarily like texting like, "Hey, what are you doing today?" or whatever. No, man. Like if you follow someone on IG or Twitter or whatnot, and unless you decide to unfollow them because you don't like them anymore or whatnot, you gonna know something. You know what I mean? Especially something as big as Harvard. You know, so maybe, but I don't know. I'm giving Braden too much credit, man. Braden, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I'm just like, really, Braden, like really, like okay, like again, nothing. I still can't get over. They punched the cop. They punched the cop, and they were like, oh yeah, oh you were whatever his last name, you're a Weston.
Yes.
Oh no, all right, okay, well, what?
Sorry.
And not only that, you are NYPD on top of that. And I hate to just say it like that but like, New Yorkers are a different breed. Well, I mean that in a good way, but I mean like, especially a police officer, like a police officer in New York, a New York police officer, they will fight you back. Like they will like that was ridiculous. I don't know how they just allowed that to happen and nothing happened. Like there wasn't no like, hey, turn off your body cam right quick. Like, and it's like wail on them. I don't know how that happened. That and the damn charger and the prison, those two, even though they were so insignificant to the entire plot, I need to know.
All right,
I need to know. How did that happen, man?
We'll see. We'll see the Weston's parents actually show up somewhere.
I guarantee. You think like his father's going to be like a big time actor? Like, are they going to get like Mickey Rourke to play like the Weston or something? Would that be something?
No, they have to. I mean, he has to be a stern looking type of dude. I mean, he has to be like
Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke from the wrestler. Dude.
The guy from Iron Man 2?
Yeah.
No, bruh. No, he is too dirty. No. They need like a Tom Hanks dude. Like they need the guy like the Charlie Sheen's dad. They need somebody that looks like him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like nah.
Old, but yeah, I
And Stern should know him. If he's that kind of big money, Stern should be like, oh, are you one of the Westons? You know what I'm saying? He should be like, hello. So like we did business. That's what I want. I want to see Stern, Senior Stern, and the Weston daddy like get together and make some deals. Like that's
like Uncle Gabe comes in, and be like, oh, hold on. Like you can't do it without the three amigos. Like, or like they had some old school.
They all went to college together.
I don't know. Yeah.
Uncle,
I was your RA back in school. No,
that was their drug connect.
That I mean, I do think that would actually be pretty cool. Like as much as they keep talking about the Westons and whatnot, it would be awesome to at least see like the senior Westons, like the mother or whatnot, and it would be cool if they got like someone like a recognizable face. Obviously, I mean it's STARZ, so it's not like they're gonna get Brad Pitt or anything, but at least I don't know.
Kelsey Grammer could come back. Back.
Another STARZ alum. There you go.
That's what I'm saying. So real quick.
Nah, he will overshadow the whole show though. That's the thing.
He was a couple episodes, man. I mean, I'll say, and we cool because Dre's come back. But I was thinking, Uncle Gabe, right? So when he should be the way that the illegitimate brother comes into play. If we haven't already seen this said character. That's what I was thinking. Stern, remember when Stern told Ghost he used to go down to see the black women like at the jazz clubs, like specifically? He was like, they're black skin. Like I was like, wouldn't it be wild if he went to Uncle Gabe's club and he actually knew Uncle Gabe?
Mm-hmm.
Like I would, right? And then he knew Ghost's parents. Like he didn't know.
Wait, plot twist. He is the daddy. But he was raised, raised by a black dude.
That's why he worked. Why would he pay for this little black kid? Why does he care so much?
Exactly.
Boom. Why would you do this? If he got that kind of money, he could buy 3 truths. He could buy, I mean, why is he so committed to this family? Why is he like, Ghost, I can make you something. I want to make you something. Bruh, like check it out.
You are the father.
Bruh, check it out. So yes, I would. That would be it. Now again, okay. So Ghost's dad was officially killed, by gangsters, right? So let's just say for some reason
it could be like Montrose, like he thinks that's his dad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So maybe the mom who you don't know, you never met, you know what I'm saying? Much like Kate Egan. right? And Tommy was like, my bad. You know, he's like, that's really your daddy. Maybe wildness happens. Ghost's mom had an affair with STARZ. And that's why, and he found out later, you know, like, cause she's not dead. Like maybe she booked out. She's like, you got a son. This is his name. He was being raised by a white woman. So he thought, you know, so Stern thought he was going to be okay. And then he turned out to be what he was. And he's like, I got to come help my son. And now he's helping his grandson. Like maybe that's why he's committed. It would make more sense that he's spending thousands of dollars for 4 years to get 2 clubs that he used to own. Like, in season 2, he said, you are too committed. Like you are too emotionally invested in this club. You would just walk away. Why are you so emotionally committed? If Stern is this kind of committed, it better be because somehow he's related to this family. And then that would make sense. That this smart businessman is making some very dumb decisions being stuck with the St. Patrick family as long as he's been stuck with them.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Why isn't anybody looking for Tommy?
For who?
Tommy.
Anyone looking for Tommy? Like what?
Courtney has failed to do a very basic thing to have Saxe put out a warrant for his arrest because he confessed. Confessing the murders mean nothing. It means nothing. Tommy confessed to killing Angie means nothing. Tariq confessed to killing Ray Ray means nothing.
I mean, you know, like, couldn't they even tell that he was actually at truth when Ghost was shot? Like,
yes.
I mean, why, like his hands were like, I didn't see Tommy wipe his fingerprints off him as he was holding him. Oh, none of that. Like,
so there has to be surveillance. If Q can get on video buying a Red Bull, Tommy can get caught on video leaving truth.
Yes.
It just it malfunctioned that night, mysteriously.
I think Courtney said that when Ghost cut the lights off, she cut the security.
I'm talking about outside surveillance. Across the street.
Yes.
Nope.
At the corner, there's a camera. Especially in New York City.
Tommy walked to truth.
They all did. We all saw all of them walking up the street.
Yes.
Guns in hand, Paz, Tommy, Tate, all of them.
Yep.
Tasha.
Yep.
Courtney's full of crap. The whole turn the lights off and then the cameras go off with it. What? Like, I don't even own a club, but even my cameras don't even operate like that. That's weird.
She said some crazy. She did say some craziness like that, because like somebody asked her, like, is there surveillance footage of Tariq shooting his dad, or at least being in the club? I'm like, and she was like, nah, like they cut the cameras off, so there's no video. She did say that. She did.
Did she really? See, yes. I missed that part.
That was ridiculous.
and you said that they cut it off because of the lights.
Like when he was closing up, like he was done. He was done for the night. He cut off the lights.
Yeah. So that's when you want to turn your cameras on.
Bro, I didn't write the story. I understand what. No,
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying like that's I can't believe she came up with that answer. That's ridiculous. Because no, it's just say we forgot. Like we forgot that businesses everywhere have cameras, even bodegas.
But even no one's disputing that Tommy's there. Our problem is they're not focusing on that. Like now, it's like blame it on Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy killed Ghost. Tommy ran the business. Tommy was the drug dealer. It's over. And then
y'all suspected that he was after Proctor originally. You know,
yes.
I mean, the whole thing with Proctor. So like what? Like really? Really.
It just don't make any sense, man. But like anyway, if Saxe, so remember in episode 5, Saxe started off by saying we can't put Tariq on the stand. He told Tariq, you can't testify because then our relationship is gonna come out. But then by the end of the episode, he wants Tariq to testify. That'll make no darn sense. Like what he should do is use his confession, give that confession to Blanca that he killed Ray Ray. He said, I am sorry, I had to kill Ray Ray to make it right. Blanca could run with that, and she could easily arrest Tariq for killing Ray Ray like she wanted to do in season 5, and Tariq can be done. And this way, Saxe ain't got to worry about him testifying against him, and just be done with it. Like that would be interesting. And what's Tariq gonna do? One, they have to find the body. That's all. I mean, they don't have Ray Ray's body, but that would be an interesting thing that they could run down. I was like, I don't know why he doesn't just do that. Like you were right, Blanca. One, Blanca had DNA evidence that he was in Ray Ray's apartment, and they just said forget it. Like they never went back to that. Like Oh, but anyway, Stacey had a good theory about what if the app was exploited.
Yeah. Since they're trying so hard to copy book one, and we saw Ghost every time he got close to reaching his goal of whatever it was, whether it was truth, getting truth back, or getting out the game, there was always something that would go wrong and he would have to flip. So the app, something has to happen to the app to where they can't sell drugs through the app. Whether Bash starts blackmailing him for more money and it's too expensive, or it crashes, or it gets, I don't know.
It's gonna,
Russia invades the app, takes the app over. I
it's
don't
gonna
know.
be the white boys. It's gonna be the white boys. The white boys are gonna do it.
What are you talking about?
They're gonna do it because they're gonna try to get the money. But like, say, dude's like, so don't you know what I study? I study IT. I study IT.
You talking about Trace and his friends? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about like Braden's ridiculous family members who he's on the verge of killing every single one of his brothers. Like, I'm talking about those boys, the ones where every party happens to be at.
The frat. So yeah, Trace and his frat
Trace,
brothers.
yeah.
You talking about that? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, them. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be them, and then Kane's gonna be like, hey, like Tariq, where's that money? But like that one party I only go to, other than your mom's place, that one. You know what I mean? And they're gonna knock some skulls. Like, I don't know.
I think well, that's good. I also think like say so it's like I think Bash is gonna, he ain't stupid. I think Bash is gonna figure out that this is more than just like tutoring. And once he figures that out, he'll start blackmailing. And just like Stern, he'll be like, like, I want 50% of your profits or we're gonna have a problem. And then Tariq's gonna have to figure out how to get out from under Bash the way Ghost had to get out from under Stern and that sort of thing.
It's so corny though with Bash. Like even when the way they introduced him just to do the app or whatever, which is I thought was ridiculous because anyone can do just like create an app. Like, it's not even that hard anymore. You don't even no longer do you need like a whole bunch of money just to do an app, really, right? You just it's coding, but it's when they introduced him and then he started going up and as far as percentage, I'm like, okay, your main purpose of the show is to get someone pissed off and then die. Like it's like that's what you are now. Like it's just like I'm just tired of seeing this whole thing play out again. Just the more like you kind of predict in the very beginning. I'm like, really? Like first off, like you really had to go to somewhere to create to design an app and whatnot. You're going to freaking Stanford for God's sake. Like,
I don't think he created the app. I think he's just doing like the back end money laundering part.
How to explain that one?
I don't know.
You know what Bash?
Like, because he had the app when he went to the office to meet with Stern. He thought he was going to meet with old man Stern, which I don't know how he was going to pitch an app to this old ass man.
Old ass Stern.
But he already had the app.
What is this technology you speak of? Like,
so I think Bash also mentioned that he himself was a developer, but then he's saying his entertainment bar corporation of his husband's somehow has app developers that were going to help this concept become operational. I think Tariq designed the concept, but he didn't know how to actually get it moving and get technology moving, and therefore he wanted Bash's money. He wanted the Stern money to help him like get it actually activated and going. That's how I took it, and therefore the Stern Corporation is the IT support of the app, and therefore they're going to be the ones maybe seeing the money transfers and being like, this doesn't add up. Like maybe their accountants are like, this money don't look like it's actually just all coming from tutoring. Like this make no damn sense. And then like that's going to turn into Bash being like, this is an opportunity for me to exploit. I think.
I just find it ridiculous that they would even need that. See, that's the thing. It's not like he created a video game app. It is a simple DoorDash thing, which is the most simplistic app you could ever create. Like, what do you want? Oh, you want to tutor. Like, and you use certain keywords to say what you really want. You know what I mean? It ain't that like, you know what I mean? It's not that difficult anymore to create something like that. And, I don't know. And that you would have this guy to like strong arm you and be like, I want 15%, 20%. I'm like, dude, really? Just get one of those damn nerds. Like during third period, pay him like maybe $5,000, and then that's it. Like what the hell? Like what are we doing?
Pay him in drugs. You get drugs for free if you keep this app working. Facebook started, as I'm understanding, started at college. Like it wasn't like they were, they didn't go to a corporation. Like these two guys sitting around, didn't have friends, and made an app to make friends. And now they're billionaires. Like you don't need a corporation. Like you're trying to keep this at school anyway.
I didn't understand. Yeah, and the funny thing is, if you want to be realistic about it, that was like Facebook. What, like we're talking about more than 15 years ago? Like creating something similar to Facebook. On the basic end of it, is much some simplistic now in 2020, right? And then on top of that, like even the basic stuff that this app that Tariq is using is supposed to be using, it's supposed to be doing. It's like I don't know. It just didn't make any sense. I'm like, okay, you pay a certain fee if you're getting through a PayPal linkage through this account and whatnot. And obviously you're not going to use your own personal account. You're going to use like a separate account and whatnot, just so it's not traceable. You know what I mean? Like why are you letting this corporate dude like get involved off of a simplistic app? I need to know this. Like,
it's all going to pay for the Queen's Child Project when it comes through. he's gonna be like, Dad. He's gonna be like, I did it for you, Raina. I finished the Queen Child's Project so Daddy would be proud and my mom would be proud.
That reminds me, I need Tariq to learn how to actually cry, like appropriately, like he. I mean, the way he was over his sister's grave, like the last episode, it just, again, I'm sorry, it just when homeboy, like when he's crying and whatnot, it just looks so fake. It just looks so fake. But
he has to get there, man. Not everybody's like Viola Davis. Viola Davis can make them tears flow, bro. Like every role she takes, she has to cry. It's in the contract. And I'm
Viola
like,
Davis,
not everybody can do it.
She makes it seem like the whole world's about to crash down on top of you.
Yeah, that's real.
Like it's like it's just a cat. Like it's just like, you know what I mean? Like no. Like it reminds me of like Esther Roll, like in Good Times, like when James died. Spoiler alert, like damn. I'm like, Viola, it's all good, He just got he just got a D. He'll still pass. Well, he'll still pass his exam. Okay, it's all right. Just focus on how to get away with murder. That's all. What I mean?
She's the Mary J. Blige of acting. Because Mary J. Blige, like she has to be sad. Like Mary J. Blige, she does sad.
That's what I was like, Mary J's not a great actress necessarily.
No, man, I'm talking the singing. So when she does singing, you know what I'm saying? She got to be sad and going through some stuff.
She was not sad. She was doing a KFC commercial. Or was that Popeye? Like,
stop it. You did not bring that up. Stop.
Stop it. Popeyes is selling banana pudding. Don't eat that. Anyway, so on that note,
the more you know.
So I gotta go. So anything else?
No. We'll see whenever it comes back. Do we know when it's coming back?
Oh, in December after Spanish Queen is over, but that's airing right now. Starts tonight, actually, if you're interested. Terry will be watching. But guys, we'll be back next week. Worst comes worst. If you have some new things you want to talk about as relates to Power Book 2, please let us know. If Courtney does another interview on Instagram, complaining about whatever, we'll let you know. If I see 2-Bit in her background, I'll let you know. I'm still looking for 2-Bit's missing. I just need to know where he's at. And if not, then Stacey and I will be back going through book 1, season 2. We're still in season 2, so we'll be doing that. But as always, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and like the video and comment on the video and share the video. Put your comments in here. Let us know what you think. Power is by far the most popular video series that we do with the comments. I know you guys are dedicated as we are. Again, what do you think? How you think it should end? What do you think should happen? How would you rewrite?
Tariq must die.
That would be the hashtag somewhere around season 3. I'm gonna say around season 3. It's gonna take a little bit before Tariq gets there. And then maybe we do a video. You know what? We'll do a video next week. Who should kill so-and-so? Like who should kill Tariq? Right? We'll do a video on that and why. Yes. We'll go through the list. We'll go through the list, prioritize list of who should kill him, most likely, the least likely, and why. And we can do Monet, we do those kind of videos because somebody's not living off this show. That's just how this works. Like so later on we can do a video of who's gonna die first, why or why not. We can like prioritize that. Very happy videos. Anyway, guys, thank you guys very much for watching, and we will see you again.